Hey guys, welcome back to Culinary Ninja. It's been so long since I've uploaded a baking video, hasn't it? It's crazy. The time has just completely gotten away from me. And actually my 20-time project did end. If you saw my introduction to Culinary Ninja video, which did take me I started like 2 months before I took that head of baseline, and then I got more stuff into it. That's thunder if you can hear it. It's pretty dark around here. The point is, today we're going to be making 7-minute frosting, and I've only made it about 4 times, but I really love it. And I think it's really cool because this recipe you use without corn syrup and doesn't have confectioner's sugar, but it does have egg whites. So if you don't have eggs, don't do this. But if you don't have confectioner's sugar, this is the thing you do. And also, this icing is so fluffy and it's so versatile. But the one thing I want to tell you first is I don't know how to really flavor it that well. I only use extracts because it's such a delicate, it's almost like a meringue almost. It's so delicate. If you add like a ton of melted chocolate, I've never had experience with it, but I'm pretty sure it would lose the integrity of it, which is its fluffiness. And it does take 7 minutes, and it's really cool. So it's basically heating up a few ingredients over a double broiler. You can't do it in the microwave, sorry guys. Or maybe you can. I've never ever seen anybody do that. And then you beat it, and then it's like, done. It works really well. If you're going to use coconut, I will make a video on that later. You should also go back and see my tri-colored lemon lemon curd cupcakes, because those are really good too. But I'm going to be making a coconut 7-minute frosting soon, but that has like coconut milk, and you have to do a different procedure, and there's a different recipe. But this recipe is only egg whites, sugar, cream of tartar, and water over a double broiler. Beat it after it's done. Fluffy, amazing. Egg white to cook through. Don't have to worry about it being raw. And yeah, can't wait to get started. Start off by whisking all of your ingredients together in the same bowl that you're going to beat this in. And I'm just going to transfer this bowl over a simmering pot of water. It's okay if it's boiling. It'll actually happen a lot faster if you do this. But you will need to stir more constantly. So if you don't stir enough, your eggs will coagulate and cook. So you need to be stirring constantly, and you're really just looking for like a thicker, foamy version of what you had in the beginning. Keep whisking constantly, and be sure to whisk as much as possible. And the more you whisk, like, you'd think that it would look different, but honestly, don't be fearful that it won't look foamy eventually. It will. And if you're looking for an exact temperature, I can give you an estimate. It's about 150 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. All I know that is that Fahrenheit is equal to 1.8. Wait, how would you do that? It would be Fahrenheit equals 1.8 C plus 32. So I guess you'd subtract 32 and divide by 1.8. So that would be I don't know, like about 67 degrees Celsius. I have no idea. I'm not good at math. So there are actually lots of ways to check to see if your 7-minute frosting is done. The way I like to do it is detach the whip or balloon, either way you say it, and if you can move it around like this, it's okay if it like hangs off but first, and then when you start moving it around, it slopes down onto itself. But if it's not moving, it's not like shit, like I can go like this. I can literally turn. This is another way to test. You really want to do this second just to make sure, because this test doesn't always work, but this is the coolest and most fun doing version of the test. But you can actually turn this bowl, has all the frosting in it, upside down, and if it doesn't move at all, or just a little bit, then it's ready. So 7-minute frosting does take about 7 minutes, but don't sue me if it takes like 8 or 9, because sometimes it does that. Depends on your mixer, how high you're beating it. I just beat it on 10. I beat the crap out of it. But like when you see this, like me banging it off, the frosting is so strong. It takes so much time and so much effort for me to get this off, and it almost looks like ribbons when I'm taking it off. So that's another way to know if your 7-minute frosting is done. And I colored mine green with peppermint extract, and you can flavor it really however you want, except it's not as versatile as buttercream. So since 7-minute frosting is so fluffy, look at it, so cool. It deflates super easily like meringue would, so you need to use it differently. It'll probably not last as long as some other icings with just confection sugar. So I really hope you like this recipe. I only use it for any recipe that I have extracts for, so coconut extract, lemon, peppermint, vanilla. So fluffy and amazing. Like, who would not want to eat this? It looks amazing. But this is a great recipe if you don't have corn syrup or confectioner's sugar or anything like that. And it's really fluffy. Yeah, there's not much more to say except just remember the tests. This is probably the most important one. If it cannot move around, or if it only moves a little bit, like that, like I'm literally shaking it. If it stays, that means it's done. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. I had so much fun making it, and I'll see you next time in Culinary Ninja.
There's a point where it stops, there's a point